authentic because the dancer himself is a true blue Manobo of Agusan del Norte. The only difference is some adjustment as the costume and the place of performance. Minanubo from Agusan del Norte. The third category is stylized. But come to think of it, this one is probably beyond stylization because what we have done is to melt together various movement styles from various cultural groups in the Philippines, which I shall demonstrate after the number. What we call this number, Sayaw Kasayahan, it's usually an opener in our program. We put it third so that you can see the categories as I described them. 5, 6, 7, 8. No one else in the Philippines is doing this, so this needs a little bit of explaining. Yeah. The Philippines, as you know, is a country of more than 7,000 islands, 300 dialects, 100 languages. Therefore, it is attempting to be a unity in diversity. Officially, it is. And a diversity within unity. So how do you create a dance that will try to capture this reality of a unity in diversity? E.g., well, not just in the Philippines, but for Southeast Asia. This is the kind of form that you will find in Borobudur, in Angkor Wat, and other parts of Southeast Asia, which is influenced by the Hindu civilization further west. But we make it move now. The dancer moves, the statue moves. Then we'll take the next movement. And this one comes from the sway balance, which is known to you from our hotas and sigilillas and balsas. Except that we just got just a little bit. Then, this is from the Maglalatik of the Tagalogs, the Batangueños south of Manila. Right? And then, this is from the Mount Pinatubo Ita of Zambales in Pampanga. This is the quail dance. One of two categories of dance. One is abstract, this one is mimetic, because it imitates the movements of a quail, a bird. Bird, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. And then, dulo na. Yeah, wait, hold. Look at what happens. She's a very nice young lady with the curves in the right places. And therefore, any good director will try to exploit that reality, you know? Because the curves of a girl is different from the curves of a boy. In fact, boys hardly have any curves at all. Now, knowing that, you try to isolate the curves from the rest of the body in a very slight movement. Right? Now, in order to amplify this, to strengthen it, instead of isolating just the hips, let's add the shoulder movements to that to this particular figure. Shoulder. There you go. And then a little more vigor on the shoulder and hands. There you go. And also on the hips. And then 5, 6, 7, and so in this attempt at unifying diversity, what models do you choose? There are several. You can have the model of a keychain where you have one figure after the other and try to construct a dance or a music, joining one element from one tribe to the other until you have a complete artistic whole, hopefully. Then you have what we call the sapin-sapin or onion model, where you just pile one on top of the other. Then you can have the halo-halo model. All of you have tasted halo-halo. Take note that when you eat halo-halo, sometimes the mango, stands out, and the langka stands out, or the one. Sometimes, depending on your own taste, one thing stands out. It's the same. Or you can have the mosaic model, where you have a very nice painting where certain clear characteristics are seen from each side of the painting. So it's a unity in diversity, and it is an attempt for artists like us to show, if the art is successful, a direction that politically and economically perhaps the Philippines can take. If it is good, then perhaps that unity eventually, even if not quite realized at the moment, not in its perfect form, might be just as good. But the artists thought of it first. Juan Luna and Jose Rizal thought of the Philippines first as a natural unity. It wasn't the politicians who did it, it was the artists who dreamed of it, and it was the politicians, the military men who realized it. We'd like for you to travel to the Cordilleras, the atmosphere at about 5 or 6. Oh, another example of stylization this time, so that you can see what you might call machismo of the ethnic minority groups. The kuntao. Kuntao is a native term for martial arts. Sometimes it's called pakuntao, or sometimes it's called kuntao silat. You've heard the word silat. That's the word used in metropolitan Southeast Asia. Pakuntao silat. Where, if you remember, we have the rice terraces. You all know about that. I imagine that if you connect the steps of the rice terraces, it will reach from Berlin to Manila. That's how extensive it is. But I always say, you've heard me say this before, because you were in Maritim, that it is now inscribed as a the built environment and treasure of mankind. Therefore, the rice terraces do not only belong to us, it also belongs to Germany and the world. The wonderful thing about the rice terraces are two. One, unlike other great engineering projects of the past, it was not made from slave labor. And number two, it is a continuing engineering project even to this very day. So we are bound to see a more extensive rice terraces in the future rather than what you have right now. So we'd like for you to listen to the Tongatong, accompanied by the Bungkaka and the Balimbing and the Matagbuk in this reminder of our Cordillera. I especially want to call your attention to this because we Ibanags, Natingus Mariflo, and of course Marilu, have lost many of our original arts because of colonization. When we try to reconstruct it, we have to look to the west because that is the nearest. To give you one example, the word for this instrument here is gangsa, to the Kalinga, gansa to us. The word for a mouth harp is kulibaw to the Kalinga, and to us it's kuribao. Language itself tells you how close we are, really. So if you want to recognize what the Ibanags were like 400, 500 years ago, you'll have to look at the Apayao and the Kalinga. So now, this is supposed to be a time of merriment, a little fiesta here in Bad Homburg. But I think it's also good for us to remember that even as we make merry, even as we're all successful in what we do, there are many Filipinos and many peoples in the world who really need a little leg up. And this is a Christian question. In fact, we sing this song in church. The title of it is Matitiis Mo Ba? Incidentally, the lyrics was written by Adora Fisher, our host presenter in Chur, Switzerland. Matitiis mo ba na naghihirap, sumasakit ang iyong kapwa?
mo. Ginawa ko na sana kahit mapinsala na ay ako. Nais mo ba siya'y naghihirap, hininga ay hinihigit, at diwa ay naglalakad. Ngayon nawa, puso ay walang habag, wala na bang nalalabing pagka may manong paghihirap.
I beg your indulgence, friends, ladies and gentlemen. There are not many of us, and when we see each other, especially in foreign shores, it is a different feeling altogether. There is one other Ibanag Cagayana here in our midst, and that's no other than Mariflo Becerra Cantuser. Please accept this little gift, kababayan. I will say it in Gaelic. Ipresenta, iatag bati, regalo nga nagkafuta-futu sa pagkokofon na pamilya tamo, na pamilyano, nalita mo na pare na kwan, tuyaw, mapataratetam ay mauli-uli, tapeno, ari nga magatakata, ayatang takatakitan. Translation. Anong gusto nyo, English o Tagalog? German.
English.
Mariflo, please accept this little memento, not only of our friendship now, but the friendships of our families and our roots in Tuguegarao town in the province of Cagayan. May this little gift remind us that wherever we are, there is a place that we call home, away from home, which is filled with memories of good times and good feelings, where people who love one another, this feeling should continue on wherever they may be, in our Philippine shores or anywhere else in the world. Mabalo ninyo. A little bit of Spanish influence. You know, of course, that the Balitao is rooted in the word balita. It used to be a song and dance form very popular in the Visayas. But the tempo is usually in triple time, and the triple time was introduced by Spain. The vals originally came, I think, from Bohemia, here in the German-speaking area, in this part of the world. And the fandango, always in triple time or in 6/8 time. We didn't have that before the coming of the Spaniards. We offer you this number, but you will hear it in a little different light. If you imagine, what might it have been if the Filipinos heard this beat and adopted it using the original instruments and not the rondalla, the guitarra, and the rest of the European influence? Maybe it will be something like this. Let's try to reconstruct history.
Thank you.